Have you ever noticed that your cat behaves strangely? Yesterday, he rubbed gently against your legs, and today he ignores you as if you don't exist at all. Or maybe you found an unexpected gift on the bed and wondered, is my cat taking revenge on me? If so, we have an answer for you. Most likely, your pet is experiencing jealousy. Why are cats jealous? These independent creatures seem to decide for themselves who to love and when, but they are actually very emotional. They don't just notice changes in your behavior, they analyze them. If there is a new pet, child, or even a guest in the house, the cat may start hissing, scratching, or even marking your territory, as if to say, "You are my person, and I will not give you up to anyone." But how do you distinguish real cat jealousy from ordinary whims? It's simple. Today we will analyze 15 signs that you can use to understand if your cat is jealous. From ostentatious ignoring to late-night concerts, you'll discover what lies behind these unexpected behavioral surprises. So make yourself comfortable, call your furry pet, and plunge into the mysterious world of feline emotions. Friends, let's get this straight. Cats are not just cute, furry creatures that snuggle up on our laps or chase the sun's glare with passion. These graceful predators are real experts on emotions, furry psychologists who sometimes understand us better than we do. Scientists have long proven that cats can experience a complex range of feelings, from joy and affection to jealousy and resentment. And if you think that jealousy in cats is just a slight dissatisfaction, get ready to be surprised. These mustachioed tricksters can be real masters of subtle revenge. But how do you know that the pet is really jealous and not just showing its independent nature? Today, I will tell you about 15 signs of feline jealousy and help you distinguish it from ordinary whims. Are you ready? Then let's get started. Demonstrative disregard. You call your pet in a gentle voice, "Murzik, come to me, my good one," and he doesn't even twitch his ear. You take out his favorite treat and he turns away with an important look as if you offered him something completely unworthy of his feline majesty. Familiar situation? This is not just feline pride. It is one of the most striking signs of jealousy. You may have been paying too much attention to another pet or a new person in the house, and now your cat is clearly showing its displeasure. In her understanding, if you have someone else, then she can easily do without you. Such a silent but very expressive revenge. Unexpected gifts. You come home, take off your slippers, and suddenly notice that they've become suspiciously wet. Or even worse, find a cat-like surprise on your pillow. Do you think this is an accident? Oh no, this is far from just unexpected. This is how the cat marks your territory, reminding you who is in charge in the house. She wants you to realize this. She can't just be forgotten or sidelined. This insidious maneuver is her way to get your attention back and remind you who is the main hostess here. After all, in her world, everything should revolve around her, your furry queen. Aggression towards a competitor. If a new pet, child, or even just a guest who lingers too often appears in the house, and suddenly your cat starts hissing, scratching, or even attacking this uninvited rival, rest assured, this is jealousy in all its glory. For her, this newcomer is a threat to her status, a contender for the throne in your heart, and she is ready to fight for your attention like a real miniature warrior with soft paws and sharp claws. And her claws are not just a decoration, but a real weapon in the fight for your love. Excessive affection. It may seem strange at first glance. The cat is jealous, but instead of being angry, it suddenly becomes excessively affectionate. She starts jumping on your lap more often, rubbing against your legs, purring so loudly that you can hear her even in the next room. This isn't just another bout of tenderness, it's her strategy. In this way, she tries to strengthen her position, to show that she is irreplaceable. Tactical move. Look at me. It wasn't just that she became unusually affectionate. This is her strategy, her way of reminding you that she is your most loyal and furry friend who will not tolerate competition. There is a silent question in her eyes. Well, who can be better than me? And, you will agree, it is really not easy to resist such a cat's trick. Destructive behavior. Curtains suddenly turn into rags, the sofa is covered with scratches, and your favorite vase mysteriously ends up on the floor. Smashed to smithereens? This isn't just mischief, it's revenge. If the cat feels undervalued, it begins to declare its dissatisfaction with radical methods. In her eyes, this is a fair punishment for paying too much attention to someone else. "If you ignore me, then I'll take care of your things," she seems to say. And believe me, cats are real masters in the art of subtle but effective sabotage. Refusal to eat. Some cats go to extreme measures and arrange a real hunger strike when they feel hurt. You put a bowl of their favorite food in front of them and they defiantly turn away, as if to say, "I'm too proud to eat this." This is not a whim at all, but a carefully planned manipulation. The cat wants you to worry, coax it, pet it, and ask, "What's wrong, my dear?" And of course, at this moment, she is triumphant, because now all your attention belongs to her again. Endless meowing. If your cat has suddenly turned into a real chatterbox, following you around, demanding meows, and not giving you a second of rest, then she is using a verbal way of fighting for your attention. "Hey, I'm here. Don't you dare forget me," she screams. The louder and more insistent her voice, the stronger her desire to be at the center of your life again. Cat's cry of the soul. Look at me. This cannot be ignored. You're busy typing on the keyboard. And suddenly the cat jumps right on the laptop, blocking the screen with its furry silhouette. Or, say, you're snuggled up with a book, and she fits right into the pages, cutting you off from the text. Or maybe you're just watching TV, but here's the problem. The cat sits right in front of the screen, blocking the view. All this is her way of reminding you who's in charge here. She literally inserts herself into the center of your life, showing, "Stop wasting time on nonsense, pay attention to me." And you will agree, at such moments her persistence causes not only irritation, but also a smile. Night concerts. You are sleeping peacefully, enjoying a long-awaited vacation, and then a cat symphony in 3 acts. Loud meowing, jumping on the bed, desperate hunt for slippers and toys. All this is not just a random night of revelry. This is her revenge for your indifference during the day. It's like she's talking, "You thought you could just go to bed and ignore me?" Especially if you were paying attention to someone else during the day, a dog, a guest, or even a phone. Now it's the cat's turn to remind you, and believe me, she will do it loudly. Jealousy tags. If a cat suddenly starts marking your clothes, furniture, or even your bed, don't rush to get angry. It's not just an accident. So she claims her rights. Smell is one of the main ways cats communicate, and when she leaves her scent on your belongings, it's her jealous message. "You're mine. This house is mine. Everything should smell like me, not someone else." This is not only the instinct of territoriality, but also her emotional protest. Thus, the cat tries to get your attention back and remind you who the owner is here. Revenge outside the tray. Imagine, you come home and suddenly notice an unpleasant surprise on the carpet, sofa, or even on your clothes. Don't rush to swear. This is not just a prank, but a desperate attempt to get your attention. The cat seems to say, "Are you ignoring me? Let's see how you like it." Such a protest is hard not to notice. If your furry friend suddenly starts avoiding the tray, it's worth considering whether this change is caused by jealousy or stress. Receding hairline, licking to bald spots. Some cats are so stressed out that they begin to lick themselves with fanatical care, sometimes to the point of bald spots. This isn't just a random habit, it's a wake-up call. This is how the pet tries to calm itself down, but at the same time shows you that something is wrong. Perhaps there's a new pet or person in the house, and the cat is experiencing a loss of your attention. If you notice her excessive licking of her fur, it's time to think, did someone or something offend her? Hiding or leaving? Usually, your cat likes to be the center of attention, but suddenly starts avoiding you, hiding under the sofa, behind a wardrobe, or going to another room. This is not just a whim, but a quiet but touching form of jealousy. She doesn't want to see you paying attention to another creature, so she leaves to deal with the insult alone. This is especially true for sensitive and loyal cats who are very attached to their owner. Aggression against you. In rare cases, jealousy develops into aggression. If the cat suddenly starts scratching or biting you, it can be not just playfulness, but a real emotional explosion. It's like she's saying, "How could you do this to me?" Of course, this is unpleasant, but this reaction hides a deep attachment. If your pet suddenly shows unusual aggression, think about it. Perhaps she feels rejected. Sudden changes in appetite. Jealousy can literally change a cat's eating habits. Some pets start to overeat, as if eating stress, while others, on the contrary, lose interest in food. This is due to the stress they feel when they see their loved one paying attention to someone else. Such changes in appetite are a cry for help, which is important to notice in time. How to distinguish jealousy from the usual cat whims. So we've analyzed 15 signs of feline jealousy, but now a natural question arises: how to understand whether a cat is really jealous or simply demonstrating its independent and sometimes harmful nature. After all, these furry creatures are real masters of riddles, and their behavior sometimes seems strange to us for no obvious reason. Let's take it step by step so that you can become a true expert in feline psychology. Look at the context. If your cat suddenly starts behaving unusually after an event, this is a serious signal. The appearance of a new pet, child, frequent visitor, or even a new hobby that takes up your time can trigger the mechanism of jealousy. Cats are extremely sensitive to changes in their environment. They are easily knocked out of their usual rut. They are like little detectives, noticing everything and drawing their own conclusions. So, if the strange behavior started after you brought your puppy home or started spending too much time on the phone, it's likely that your cat is jealous. Analyze your daily behavior. Pay attention to the situations in which the cat behaves suspiciously. If she shows signs of jealousy only at certain times, for example when you pet another pet, talk on the phone, or pay attention to a child, it's almost certainly jealousy. But if your cat has always been a little wayward, she likes to make a mess, meow for no reason, or do something deliberately demonstrative, and now her behavior has just become a little more theatrical, perhaps this is just her nature. After all, cats, like people, are very different. Some are quiet and reserved, others are small, fluffy dictators who like to remind the owner who really runs the house. Be attentive to small details. Cats are masters of disguising their feelings. Their jealousy may not manifest itself immediately. Sometimes it takes several days or even weeks before they start to take revenge on you for the offense. For example, you might not have noticed how you stroked a neighbor's cat, and your cat was secretly hatching a plan for revenge all this time. So if you think that her behavior has suddenly become strange, try to remember the events of the last few days. Perhaps she harbored a grudge and now expresses it with torn curtains or chaos in the kitchen. Trust your intuition. You know your cat best. Its habits, moods, and quirks. If you think that her strange behavior is hiding more than just a whim, most likely, you're right. Cats don't communicate with words, but they do communicate with us through gestures, looks, and actions. If you learn to read these signs, you will be able to understand what's on her mind. Here they are, our cats. Mysterious, emotional, sometimes vindictive, but insanely loved. Their jealousy is not just a whim, but a real proof of affection. They want to be the center of our attention, and if they feel that their role is under threat, they start to act, quietly, cunningly, but very expressively. So, if your furry friend suddenly began to behave strangely, don't rush to think that this is just a nuisance. Maybe he's just afraid of losing you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new cat care tips, cat stories, cat owner stories, and practical tips for cat lovers. We share useful information about the health of cats, the nutrition of cats, their behavior, and much more. Leave comments, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to like it if you are interested in tips on pet care and everything related to cats. Together, we will make the life of our furry friends even better.